John David McAfee indicted. John McAfee, founder of McAfee Antivirus and a Twitter fan of the coin of a day system, has been indicted for promoting ICOs as well as other members of his team. This has been coming for a long time, but now it's here. It's looking like John McAfee may join Ross Ulbricht as another person convicted for using cryptocurrency and promoting it. Josh Shigala, what are your thoughts on John McAfee and the indictment by the United States?
I mean, the thing about the internet is that it comes with a whole world of scams. You either get Nigerian scammed, or you get this scammed, or you get emailed scammed, and now with cryptocurrency, you can get crypto scammed. And there's a lot of people that are in this industry that are influencers. They're influencing people. The thing is that they can't even help it, because if they talk about some sort of coin, it's going to pump straight after they release the video, because especially if they've got a large following, it will pump. And some influencers take advantage of this, where they will buy up a coin, talk about it, it'll pump, and then they'll sell it. And I think this was the main modus operandi of Mr. McAfee. And I think it's the government has gone after that. I'm not a big fan of government taking down someone like this. If you're too dumb to buy some shit coin because some idiot tells you to buy it, then sorry, but this is now 2021. This is going to happen to you over and over again. So if you're going to buy an investment, research it, look at the GitHub, see if it's useful. Don't listen to some influencer like us on here, or John McAfee or anyone else. Saying that, I think John should have been a bit more careful. The weird thing is with John, he lived like some sort of drug overlord without ever selling any drugs or anything. He liked that dangerous lifestyle, and now he sort of seemed to attract that to him. I wish him all the best. I really hope he can get out of this too unscathed. I'm not sure about his past with that strange murder that happened on wherever he was living in that beach resort. I'm not going to be the judge and executioner on that, but I met him a couple of times, but really quickly, he probably doesn't even remember who I am. I'm the really tall guy, John, if you remember. But I don't know. I've got mixed. I hope he's all right.
It's interesting, isn't it, Josh, that some investments they let you make, and it's like Apple stock, and you can go in and out. Except some investments you can't make, like GameStop, you can't buy that. Meanwhile, they'll let you gamble at a casino or buy a lottery ticket, which is a horrible investment every single time. I'm just confused about our society. Why are we protecting some investments, not protecting others? Why are we just allowing deceptive gambling with flashing lights, taking people's money? I just don't understand what page we're on here.
Yeah, well, it's like you can have WAP as the world's biggest song at the moment, but then we better ban Dr. Zeus because it's inappropriate. Yeah, it's a weird world we live in.
There's a song called Wampum?
No, WAP or WAP or, where it's like bucket and a mop, and my pussy's just leaking heaps of water, and I don't know, I've got STDs everywhere. And that's number one. Yet, Dr. Zeus gets banned. We live in a weird world.
Ben Ark, are you having any water problems over there? Are your cats staying dry?
Yeah. Well, it's pretty impossible to stay dry here in Wales, but there we are. We try our best. McAfee, he was scamming people. He knew he was scamming people. He would have his daily coin, which he'd shill, and then he'd get part of the pre-mine. This is during those heady ICO days. And he would shill the coin for, I think his fee was like $50,000 or something worth of the coin. Maybe it was higher. So he knew what he was doing, but he's kind of a libertarian type, and he's exercising his extreme libertarian rights to coerce people into buying crap, which is his right to do.
Hang on, coerce is a strong word.
Maybe not coerce, but encourage people to buy crap. And with you, Josh, that, you know, people need to learn lessons, but if you want a free society where everyone has freedom, then you have to respect that some people are very vulnerable, and no matter how many times they fall for a scam, they're still going to be vulnerable to more scams. You know, they could have all sorts of things with issues or whatever, or mental health issues, or disabilities, or I don't know, whatever else, or maybe just extreme hopefulness, or poverty. I'm not sure, but there's plenty of vulnerable people within society who you've got two ways of dealing with it, really, haven't you? You educate them as best you can. You know, insulate them, which is currently how a lot of society works now. You insulate those people so they can't get hurt in those sorts of markets. But we're moving into a world where they do have access to those kind of markets. So how do you protect those people in a way which isn't infringing upon their ability to be able to have the freedom other people have? And I would think that it's, you know, people being more vocal, attacking people who are scamming people, like McAfee. That's probably the most sensible way to do it, which doesn't, you know, affect anyone's sort of civil liberties or rights. McAfee, I mean, he's an interesting guy. McAfee. He's had an interesting life, and there's part of me which has like I'm thinking a bit like you, I'm kind of conflicted. Like he sort of does all the things which I shouldn't like in a person, or I don't like in a person, but then he actually seems, there's a genuineness to him. There's like an honesty to him, which I think is, I think deep down he's probably, I don't know, he seems like an all right guy deep down. It's just he doesn't seem to have much of many sort of inhibitions in the way in which he conducts himself. So if any, so what just happened there was I've got with the chatbot thing, I've got it linked up to a little microcontroller. So every time someone pays the chatbot or sends you can, if you use that in text, but you can actually write a comment and it'll put a comment on the screen. The smoke machines blow smoke in my face to get me to stop rambling.
Scan that URL with your blue wallet, folks, and spray Dutch up Ben Ark's room with a smoke.
No, so the last thing I will say before I stop my rambling is Elon Musk. You know, a lot of people in that thread, they were like, when are they going after Elon Musk? Which could happen.
Yeah.
What about the what about the antivirus aspect of this, Ben? The man had a very famous name. Every computer in our computer lab booted up with McAfee antivirus. You tell people, install McAfee, secure your computer.
Yeah, it's funny because
I tell you this stuff. Yeah,
I was looking in the FBI thread, and was it FBI? Yeah, no, sorry, it wasn't the FBI. Well, anyway, SEC or whatever on Twitter, and there was someone in there saying, "Does this mean we can't trust the McAfee antivirus software anymore?" And then there was a bunch of people saying, "No, it's not related. It's not related at all." But God knows why they kept his name. He's such a loose cannon. But I mean, he did, you know, to his credit, he did basically invent antivirus software. You know, he started patching the worst viruses out there and started giving away that code for free, and then realized there was a business opportunity there. So, you know, he's a clever dude.
Martin, your thoughts?
Yeah, I remember those coin pumps of the day, and everybody was always looking at, well, what is the next coin that's going to be pumped? But it did feel a bit unethical already at the time. So I think everybody knew what was happening there. As Ben said, I genuinely like McAfee. You know, he has the high roller lifestyle we all want to have, but I don't know.
I don't know if I want that.
I think what?
I don't know if I want his lifestyle, man.
Yeah, it seems like, you know, poorly kidneys. It's a lot of work, that life he's got going on there.
I mean, it was good fun, you know, on the boat and traveling the world and going everywhere. But I think with this great, you know, number of followers comes a certain responsibility. And, you know, as Ben says, you know, we should protect the people in society that might not see through that. And, you know, I remember asking him for a promotion once, and it quoted was not 50,000, but $100-something thousand for a single tweet. And, you know, even if that would be, you know, no problem, then, you know, he's also being charged with tax evasion or avoidance, I don't know, or tax evasion, I believe, or just not paying his taxes, just disappearing. So, you know, even if some people do pay you $100,000, you should at least pay tax on it. And this is what he didn't do either. And, you know, libertarian or not, if you don't pay your taxes, they'll lock you up in a cage. You know, this is how it works. So, yeah, I feel sorry for him. You know, I saw these memes on the internet where he's sharing the cell block with the guy from BitMEX. But that was like a Photoshop picture. But I don't know. I think it just feels unethical, and he shouldn't have done this. But I hope he won't go to jail for what I believe 7 times, at least 25 years or something. It was ridiculous. It was like decades in jail. You know, this I think is too much. I think this is just wrong. But my guess is that they just want to get him because he has been be very vocal about not liking the government or any government, and this is their way of getting back. You know, if you mess with the tax man,
We'll make you love us. That's what they'll say.
Yeah.